Hello, Maurieo! In this video, Maurieo reviews diagnostic test questions 11 to 15. I'm going to continue on with my series of questions from the diagnostic test, where I'm going to go through version 2 of the diagnostic test and give you some answers or go through the various examples in the hope that this will help you with your study. So let's go to the big screen and let's get on with it as we exit out of there and go to Smooth Draw 4. Question 11. Here it is. Simplify 4c minus 4 brackets c minus 3y. So we'll just turn on the felt pen there and get it to a reasonable thickness, or 6.3, and oops, I need it to go. I've been working with red, so I'll just put red up there like that. It didn't save my settings from the last time, so I'll just go in here and put them in here. Control. Oops, this isn't going quite so good. Red. Okay, and we'll put that in there like that. That'll do, and we can double click in there. Or is it a? Oh, that's not good. Red, green, blue, we want red. Okay, and then we right click it there. That makes it available in there. Okay, 6.3, we'll bring the ink flow right up there to 100 this time. So now we've got everything writing. It might be just a little bit. Yeah, it should be. 3.8, perhaps a little bit more. 4. It'll be good, and we'll undo that. Okay, 4c plus 3y. Simplify. So the first thing we've got to do is expand it. So we multiply that out. That times that plus 4 times 3y. If I can get little arrows on that. So we get 4c, 4 times c plus 12 times y. 3 4s are 12, 4c plus 12y. And yes, that's possibly, I'm just checking my sheets of paper here just to make sure that I have got it right. Sometimes under the pressure of the board we don't get things quite right. Now here we have this one here, which is 4 plus n, 4 plus n, which is actually a square times a square. So how we do these ones is what I call the seagull. So it always looks like a seagull to me. It's n times n plus n times n, like that. And then 4 times, or how you draw a seagull, it sounds plus that one there. Remember, the plus, the signs go with the numbers. So it's like that. So what you get there is n times n. Well, that's the first one there, number 1. Then number 2. And they'll do them in this order. Then 3. And then 4. So they're the steps. Okay. So it's going to be n squared plus 4n. Okay. Plus 4n again. It's usual to put the numbers first and then the letters, and then plus 4 times 4 is 16. collecting the terms together, we get the answer n squared plus 8n plus 16. Okay, and I'll just have to leave for a minute. I've got to go and shut the door. I've left it open to the studio and I can hear some background noise there. So I'm back. Don't worry. Don't panic. Oh, now I've suddenly done that there. I think round about there's fine. Okay, remove the brackets and simplify. Now this is the same deal again, just slightly harder. So that you go 2n times that one. This will be negative 4n this time. 2 times 2n, and like so. So expanding that out, we get 4n squared. 2n times 2n is 4n squared. Following the same pattern here, 2n times negative 4, that's going to be negative 8n. Okay, and that's going to be plus 2 times 2n is 4n, and then plus 2 times negative 4 is going to be negative 8. Just popping up to this one here, this is actually equal to 4 plus n all squared. So when you're doing squared, it's, I'll perhaps come to that. When you're doing squared, it's just the square of the first. So that's 4 plus n times 4 plus n is n plus 4 all squared. You just square the first, twice the sum of the brackets. So 4n times 2 is 8n. Okay, and then a square of the last, which is 16. So it's n squared, 4n twice, 8n plus 16. Okay, so that's just a quick way of doing that, where it's n plus 4 all squared. Okay, you can write it out in the brackets there like that. Okay, so now collecting terms for this one. Sorry, a little bit off on a tangent there. 4n squared. Now, negative 8n plus 4n is negative 4n. And negative 8. That 4 is funniest looking 4 I've seen today. 4n squared minus 4n minus 8. Yes, that's right. Remove the brackets. Now, this one here is it's a type of one. We will measure it out, but it's actually what we call the pattern there. So that it's the same pattern, but this is actually the pattern for a square minus a square. And you recognize this after you've done quite a few of these. So you can see that that's 2y plus 5, 2y minus 5. So it's the same terms in the brackets, 2y and 5, one a plus, one a negative. That is what it gives it. The resultant here will be a square minus a square. I'll show you. You'll see what I mean. I'll do it this way here. So 2y all squared is 4y. Oh, that's a bit skinny. There, we'll do 4y squared, that's better, 4y squared minus 10y, okay, plus 10y, and you can see that they're gonna cancel out now, plus 10y minus 10y, and then you're going to get minus 25. Okay, minus 25. So you can see straight away that's going to be, oh, I've lost my, I don't know why it's doing that. Probably because I keep going over there. 4y squared minus 25. And that's what we call a square minus a square. I'll just put it in square brackets here. That's actually 2y. Okay, that's 2y all squared minus 5 all squared. And that's called a square minus a square. Oh, it's got an E on it. A square minus a square. And that's a pattern. That's a definite pattern that we can recognize. And sometimes we use that particular pattern to our advantage to do various things. So you can see that the pattern there is, there's the 2y, and 2y plus 5, 2y minus 5 is a square minus a square. Straight away, once you get experienced, you could go from there to there and say 4y squared minus 25. That's going to save you a bit of time in an exam. Okay, can be factorized. Now this here is where these are the factors, 4 and c plus 3y as a factor. Here we've just removed the brackets, but n plus 4, they're the factors. Okay, they're the terms that when are multiplied together are called the factors. Okay, so can this be factorized? All right, 6 plus 2t. So what we've got to look at here is we've got to look at, now 6 is equal to 2 times 3. Okay, 6 is equal to 2 times 3. And so that term there, and 1 times 6 as well, that also equals 1 times 6. So we can say the factors of 6 are 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now if we look at the factors of 2t, it's 2 and t. Oh, and 1 I suppose as well, could be in there. And 2t is a factor as well. So, yeah. So what we're looking for is common factors. So we can see that the common factor there is the 2. Is the 2 there and the 2 in there. So we can put that outside a bracket. So factorizing is where we put something outside the bracket. So we got 2 and then we could have negative 3. Okay, and then we could have plus t. And you could rearrange that if you wanted to, just to make it a little tidier. You could have that 2 brackets t minus 3, so that the negative sign doesn't get lost. Either one is correct. Now what you can see there, of course, is if you run out the brackets, 2 negative 3 is negative 6, 2 times 2 times t, 2t, 2t, negative 6. So when you simplify things, when you remove the brackets and simplify, all right, that's going in one direction. Factorizing is putting it back in the brackets. So this is a pretty common sort of thing in maths, in that we build things up and smash them apart, see how they work. It's like, you know, like in a car, taking it apart, putting it back together again. Factorizing it, taking the car, making it into its component parts, and then putting it back together. Now some of the parts for the Holden might fit in a Ford, although I very much doubt it. But so they're what we call common factors, or the exhaust pipes, for instance, might be the same, or the same parts of it. Parts of one can be used in the other. And that, in a sense, I guess, is determining the common factors, so we can put those outside the brackets. And then the other things are like what is unique. There's many different analogies for this. So that's going to just end that little video now. I just did 5 questions there. Now, I got the feeling I should have maybe pushed on and done 1 or 2 more for that, but too late for that now. And in this way, it'll keep them 5 per page. So there's another 5 of the ones done, so that I'm doing them in stages so that you can locate and see how to do them. And yeah, okay, we'll see you on see you at the next video, which will be questions 16 to 20. Cheers! See you!